Hi friends, welcome to the Martin Museum. I wanted to do an introduction video, let you know who it is you're following. Um, I am an independent Scentsy consultant, and doing videos and a YouTube channel is brand new to me, but as I've watched several other consultants do videos and spent a lot of time learning from them, I realized that this is a good way for me to share what I have learned and to introduce my products and how I use them, how they do impact my life every day, and also just to share my excitement about the products. So a little bit about me. I live in excuse me. I live in Vancouver, Washington with my husband, who is a locomotive engineer, which means he's on a train a lot and gone a lot. I also am a senior project manager with a local government agency, and I work a lot of hours to help improve our transportation system. So I've been working from home since the middle of March 2020 when we all got sent home. Well, my husband and I were supposed to be going on vacation and flying to New Orleans on Saturday to get on a cruise Sunday. And I got a text on Friday afternoon saying, "Don't get on the plane, don't come to New Orleans because they've canceled all the cruises." So it was the time when they were starting to shut down a lot of things in our lives. Still waiting to get back on that cruise ship, but apparently we're going to be waiting probably at least another year. So I've been working from home. I'm no longer commuting in miserable traffic, spending 2 hours every day commuting to and from work. I have everything set up in office. Well, for 3.5 months, I worked at my dining room table thinking, oh, we're going to go back. We're going to go back. I've now resigned to the fact that no, I'm going to be working from home for a really long time. About 2 months ago, so the actually April 30th, I decided I needed something else to do because saving all the time I was not driving into Portland and to and missing the social interaction because my job is very social. Usually have spent a lot of time talking with people, and now I'm not really talking to people. I'm doing a lot of Zoom calls, but that's not the same. I miss the interactions, and I started thinking about how much I miss direct sales. Several years ago, I was a director with another company. I left that company not because I didn't like the company, but because of a personal injury that had me incapacitated for a few months. And I lost my team and I was very hurt and frustrated with the fact that I had to start over. And so I stepped out of direct sales for a long time. But I've really missed it. I miss the interactions, the friendships, the bonds with the people that you work with that you don't necessarily get working in a government position or doing project management, because my job is making sure people are getting things done, not about building that. It's about building relationships, but not the relationships are not the same. So I decided when, after having hosted a show online for a friend, that I really, really missed doing the direct sales and wanted to get involved again. I started looking at different companies, and Scentsy was a company that I used their products, was introduced probably 15 years ago, which was when they were really an infant company. They've been around for 16 years. So they'd only been around for 1 or 2 years when I first was introduced. They were warmers and wax, and I loved the smell of the wax and the the way that it made the house smell. In fact, my daughter, when I told her I joined Scentsy, she's like, "Oh my gosh, Mom, do you remember when we had boyfriend in a bottle? So you didn't have to, you didn't want to date anybody because we could just warm this wax and it smelled so good and like a man that that was all we needed. Some of the funniest memories come from scents and these things. So, what I just said, my daughter spoke to. I was a single mom. I chose to raise my girls and not. I didn't have the best of luck with relationships. My picker was broke, is what I always said. I always ended up in bad, often abusive relationships. I didn't want that around my kids, so I chose to raise them without a partner. It was hard, and I had to work often two jobs and worked really hard so that I could give them the best life I could. The the week my youngest daughter graduated from high school, I had an interview in Portland, which was about an hour north of where we lived, and a couple weeks later got a job offer and moved. Um, Both my kids had moved up to Portland, and I was like, I'll just follow them. I grew up here and missed it, and so moved back. New job. I love my job, but I miss the relationships that you build. You know, as an adult, it's hard to meet new people and make new friends. And though I work with amazing people, it's not the same as having your friends that you can count on. So, fast forward a couple more years. I've now been in Portland for 6 years. About 5 years ago, I met the man who is now my husband. He is amazing and very supportive, and but like I said earlier, gone a lot. And so, though my years of being a single mom has um, taught me to be okay with being alone a lot, I also kept myself very busy and worked a lot. So I'm like, I need another job because I that's how I am and who I am. So I decided to join Scentsy because I love the products and because I looked into how the company has grown, and they've done a lot of growth, and now they're not just warmers and wax. They are so much more. We have over 30 options of how to scent your home and over 80 scents or fragrances that you can choose from. And I I love to give gifts, and I'm like, I have all these gift ideas and options, and I can help make people happy. And that was why I chose to join Scentsy and take this adventure. And as I started out, I realized how much I really did miss doing direct sales and how much I want to get back to being a director and promoting within the company, and just having something that I can truly believe in. So that's a little bit about me. One last little tidbit. I do say welcome to the Martin Museum because a year and a half ago on our honeymoon, or a year ago on our honeymoon, we went on a cruise and happened to wander through the art gallery and fell in love with the art. Um, Went to the art auction, bought a lot of art. I'm not allowed to go to art auctions without my husband anymore because I love to raise my hand and ask questions like, can I add that to my collection? Can you add that to my order too? Yeah, I'm not allowed to do that alone. So we now have a really nice art collection that we jokingly call our museum. So that is why when I introduce myself on our videos, it'll always be welcome back to the